Say she want the farmer man. Yeah, man, I thought it's a representative. Me, I said check me up on the overall settings. This.
Yeah, you know it's your boy Jack Can, straight out of Canada, and overall setting.
Yo, this is the girl Joey Brooks, and I'll be on Overall Settings podcast.
I represent for Overall Podcast. You know, Overall Settings Podcast. See?
Actually, the pre get the president. I know I represent for Overall Settings that develop the resident.
I will be on Overall Settings.
On the Overall Settings podcast.
People, you know it's the Overall Settings podcast.
Overall Settings give thanks every day.
Overall Settings. Overall Settings Podcast.
I will be live on Overall Settings.
Overall Settings.
Pow, 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 way ho. Pow, 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 pow. Not because you're over there and I'm here, I'm with you. My heart, my soul, my love lies, you burn deep within, and my heart is with you, and my soul is with you, and the love we have goes on and on, yeah.
Did you run? My heart went out to play, but in the game I lost you. What a price to pay, and I'm crying. Ooh, baby, baby. I've made of you, but I'm only human. You made mistakes too, and I'm crying, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Just a builder, the end of my road, but I can't stop trying. I can't give up hope, 'cause I'll be there, and one day I'll hold you near and whisper, I still love you. But when that day is here, I'll be crying. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby.
Nah, you done fucked up.
I just took a whole nother level. I just took a whole nother level.
No, bro, you kind of like, I was like over here, like I'm damn near like almost where he was at, nowhere near where Smokey is at. And then I'm thinking I'm cool, and then you just some groups require backup singers, and then some groups require like way in the back, like up singers, like back all the way to fuck up singers, like.
that was so funny. What was that movie we was watching today?
What, the 5 Heartbeats?
No. What was that movie we was watching? Lawrence Fishburne and What Love's Got to Do with It? The beginning of the movie,
sing, Tina, sing.
Yeah, but
sing,
the little
anime.
girl at the beginning,
Eat the cake.
She was trying to outdo everybody. And the choir master was like, "Little girl, you got to not do that."
Well,
but you know,
welcome,
she went on to be the star, though.
Welcome to another episode of Overall Settings, the podcast that differs, where we highlight the icons of yesteryear who chopped the bush for the current icons of today, who set the stage for the future icons of tomorrow. But we pride ourselves the most over here on what?
Diamonds in the rough.
Always bringing
diamonds in the rough.
Always bringing a diamond in the rough to the forefront, and tonight is no different as we welcome a triple threat. I mean, we haven't had we've had a couple triple threats over here, but we haven't had one in quite some time. And I mean, it's always good to talk to the multi-talented people, you know what I mean, because master of all them say, you know what I mean, this gentleman has embarked on a career, you know what I mean?
Let's fix this thing a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm like kind of opposite. Like, at least you want to give me a little credit.
Yeah.
The camera woman Misha settings kind of just she doesn't say me half high camera like. But anyway, we're gonna have to step up her production money because it looked like she not getting Merms. Misha said she want a cut. All right, so let's do this. Misha the past strike. No, but no, as I was saying, like we love to talk to the triple threats, and I mean the people, especially when they're working behind the scenes because they're doing so much that you probably have heard something that this gentleman has done before. You know what I'm saying? He's probably been in a commercial that you've seen before, in a TV show that you've seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you probably wouldn't even take notice until, you watch this particular reasoning. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why we always pride ourselves on, like, doing these things to bring, once again, the diamonds in the rough to the forefront. You know, man, so the people them where, the people with the behind the scenes where probably don't get the acknowledgement that they deserve, or they haven't gotten it as yet. But absolutely. We always want first dibs. You know what I'm saying? So when them bus and them name gone in that lights now, them we can't say yo. Wow, we respond to them. Can Jamaica love do that already?
We don't want to wait till, like you said, them skyway. Right. And then we are fight. Yo, can we get an interview?
Exactly.
Can we get a reason?
We
want to do it first.
Right.
Yeah.
We also do it.
Then we'll remember more that we did.
Right, and we also do it to get in the VIP and free tickets and all that kind of stuff when that time comes around.
You remember us overall settings? I mean,
Yeah, we don't want to get nothing.
We was there from the beginning.
We don't want to get embarrassed by security. When we come into the gate up more. Yeah, we know him, man. We don't want to do that. But anyway, tonight's guest is, like I say, multi-talented Sir Luminous. We're gonna find out what that name that means. You know what I mean? But before, we have to do a station identification. You know what I mean? And bring on the artist properly. So, I could drop on a bad song them now.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Catch a one you know. Sir Luminous.
Never say forever, 'cause forever will never be enough for us. When I first looked in your eyes, I knew your
Overall settings security. Here is no break at all.
Yo, share the live, yo, share this live. Share the live.
When I first looked in your eyes, I finally understood what love is, baby. Since I let you in my heart, scattered pieces now feel complete. You're all I need. Oh, baby, how did I live my life before? How did I spend my time before? Not a thing I would change besides your last name. I'll never, ever, just forever, never be enough. Oh,
Bad song, bad song, bad
Yo,
song,
yeah,
bad song,
yo,
bad
yeah.
song. I'm like when my lady talk to me. It's never enough.
never say forever, just forever.
Luther Vandross said never too much. Sir Luminous said never enough. Alright.
When I first looked in your eyes, finally understood what love is.
Overall sentence.
Since I let you in my heart, scattered pieces now feel complete. You're all I need. Ooh, baby, how did I live my life before? How did I spend my time before? Not a thing I would change besides your last name. I'll never, just forever will never be enough. Everything will feel like the first time when we fell in love.
Time flying so fast, but you just another day. And the last we're together, we know what all this all your story. I
Voila. Just when we felt like the song could not get any better. Just when we felt like the song could not get any better. How that double?
Hold on, that's something different me that I expect.
How that double? Oh, Sir Luminous. We can never enough. Okay. Yes, I get him this to a love bite. Yeah, so good as the voice, so good as the one. Sir Luminous outside. Devil.
Since I let you in my heart, scattered pieces now feel complete. You're all I need.
Okay.
Oh, baby, how did I live my life before? How did I spend my time before? Not a thing I would change besides your last name. I'll never, ever, just forever will never be enough for us. Everything will feel like the first time when we fell in love.
Time flying so fast, but you just another day. And the last we're together, we know what all it's doing. We gon' write our own love story forever. Ain't got nothing on the way. There's a love demonstrated. Now forever's overrated. Forever ain't got nothing on our own. How could that ever be now? Ever say forever, just forever.
You know what, brother? You know? Nah, the one not normal. The one not normal. No, me definitely. I love it. I like it. It have a buzz. It have go on. Yeah.
Yo,
The well works.
everything. But guess
The
what?
well works.
Me that expect a different flavor. Because
Yeah.
some Spanish me I get rid of me I look out for now.
Exactly. Yeah.
And some
Mucho
Spanish,
caliente.
yeah.
Yeah.
And some Spanish
And
me I
the
look
well
out for now.
works.
And
The
a
well works.
devil
Yeah,
come in.
exactly. And a devil come in and come sell it.
Yo.
Nah, man. It
It
thing
bad,
na
it
normal,
bad,
man.
it
It
bad,
thing na
bad,
normal.
bad.
So we're going to talk to this artist right now.
No, don't say that. We're gonna reason.
Then I talk about. Me never say interview. I say talk. When I when mouth and words have to come out, so I talk. We talk. All right. Me don't say that word.
Reason.
Remember, I gave you a spotlight, let you sing, and you kind of shouldn't even be saying anything
But
else after that.
listen,
That
listen,
whole
hey, listen.
fiasco, yeah. Anyway, without further
I did
ado,
my thing.
without further ado, him get little brave car. Him threw him dep on it a DJ last week with you know what I mean. So him start want come out of him shell now. Please, if he tries to turn artists, discourage it in every way possible. Anyway, anyway, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm overall settings. Welcome for our guest tonight. The man himself. I don't want to say Vitali or Vital. We're going to find out, you know what I mean, because it looks like Vitali, you know what I mean, but we're going to find out Mr. Dean Vitali, a.k.a. Sir Luminous, the triple threat, the producer, the singer, the songwriter,
and the actor.
Like a quadruple threat.
And the actor.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyway, without further ado, Mr. Sir Luminous. Welcome, my boss. What a god.
What's up? How y'all feeling, man?
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm great.
It's never enough.
That was the best introduction ever. I love that.
Wow.
I appreciate y'all so much. That's awesome. Thank you.
Bro, no, we meant it from the bottom of our hearts because I'm going to tell you like this. On a Sunday, like right now, as talented as you are, you could be on some stage somewhere. You could be chilling with your lady. You could be chilling with your family. You know what I mean? You could be producing your next hit record. You know what I mean? I see you hanging out with one of our past guests, Davil. You know what I mean?
Or even watching the playoff basketball.
Exactly. Whatever it is you normally do on a Sunday. You know what I mean? You took the time out to give us something that you could never get back, and that's your time. You know what I mean? So we have to roll out. I put on we don't have a red carpet, but I have on our red today, if you can clearly see. So, you know, that's definitely, you know, to welcome you, you know, into our family. You know what I mean? Because after this, whether you like it or not, you become one of us.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. Listen, Luminous, relax. You're getting ready to reason with two of your extended family, so
yeah,
kick your feet up and
then also
let's get it going and don't just reason. We are reason.
And it's also an added incentive that you look like my co-host a little bit. You know I mean, like, so we're gonna find out if you guys are related in any way, shape, or form, because I had to like look at the camera. I'm like, hold on, isn't he beside me? You guys, it's all good.
Got you. It's all love.
Most people, you know, I think the earliest recollection of any child, to my understanding, the formative years, like they say that, you know, are from birth until maybe 6. You know what I mean? But you know, a child's earliest memory is normally between the age of like 2 and 3. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it might be riding a bicycle, or, you know, if, depending on how they came up, it might be something traumatic as well. You know what I mean? Especially in our community. But, you know, one of your earliest things that you can remember was always being in front of a camera from as long as you could possibly. So, I mean, we can't even go back like, all right, tell us as early as you can remember prior to when you became, because it was like you literally was like born with a camera in your face.
Right.
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I started off at 9 months old modeling.
Oh, wow.
And I, even though I don't remember that, you know, first time,
right.
As I got older and just kept going, you know, I remember a lot of those modeling gigs and the runways and the prints and that I had to do. So yeah, a camera was always in front of me.
Wow.
So at such a young age, how did that come about? Was it family was already in the business, or friends, or how did that come about at such a young age?
Yeah, definitely family. My mom, you know, just signed me up for that. And her and her sisters, they had a singing group, so music's always been a part of the family also. But you know, I couldn't talk at 9 months, so they wanted me to, you know, start taking some photos, seeing what type of ads I could do for baby modeling and all that.
Hold on 1 second. Don't move. Just turn to the left. You kind of look like the Gerber baby slightly. I don't know if that's you, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I mean, like, people, we're here with the Gerber baby. We're here with the Gerber baby, like most famous face in the world right now.
Bro. It's possible.
Unfortunately, that's not me. That's not me.
No, but you know, so you know, like once, like I said, it was always a presence. The entertainment aspect of, you know, things was like there prior to your arrival. You kind of were born into it. You know, you inherited it. Honestly, a lot of people choose to, you know, shy away from what their parents do in a sense, or, you know, you kind of didn't have a choice. But was it something that always felt natural to you, or did was there any kind of reluctance on your part that you can remember?
Yeah, so once I got older from doing it for so long, I did tell my mom that I wanted to stop modeling, because I swore I was going to go to the NBA. And that was my focus. And that was at the age of 10. I thought I was going to the NBA, and music wasn't even in my mind at all. And then you know, as I got in my early teens, I just started doing music, and it just stuck with me, and basketball became the side. So so yeah.
Just to bring it back a little bit. How did the family got started in the business?
How did they?
Your mom, dad, you know, how did they get started in the business?
So my grandpa, he was a drummer. He had his own band, his own orchestra. So he started at a young age also. So when my mom and her sisters came along, you know, they continued the musical tradition through the family. And then I came along and decided to do basketball. But here I am following the music that everyone else did. So yeah.
Did they feel some kind of way about that you want to put down the music and wanted to follow basketball? Like you're not following the family tradition?
No, they all loved it because they were sports fans, you know, football, basketball, all that, baseball. But I wanted to go the basketball route, and they loved it. And then, you know, once I stopped growing at 5'6", they knew it wasn't happening.
You could have did a whole Spud Webb thing, or you know, Iverson or somebody like that. I don't know. I mean, join like a short basketball league for doo-wops, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it wasn't happening. So,
when you realize you stopped growing at 5'6", how did you feel about that?
I had no choice, so it didn't matter what. So, you know, it happens, you know, whatever. Yeah. So
one thing I could say about you, bro, like just talking to you, you seem like the most humble spirit, bro. Like you just strike me as somebody, you know, that's for him put me in the mind of Jim Beans. You know what I mean? Like it's a very humble
just
spirit,
humble and
and you know what I mean?
To earth, and just
exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, and we know in this business that could be a blessing and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you know what I'm saying. So you know, so basically, from you made that transition to music probably about what, when you were about 15?
14. Yeah, I recorded my first song as a joke, like just for fun, when I was 10, and then when I was 14, I was like, you know what, let me really try and do this music. And then here I am years later and still doing it, and had much more success with it than basketball.
And I mean, what was your lure? I mean, I know your mom, was, your dad, granddad, and everybody kind of was from a music. But what was your personal lure to the music? Like, what was that epiphany for you? That this made you decide, yo, I'm gonna take this on. I can do it. Because obviously it wasn't mom and dad, even though they were doing it. You know what I mean? But like that wasn't your choice. But what pushed you into it that you can recall?
Um, Listening to the music that I loved, I always wanted to. I started off as a rapper first off, and I wanted to be like 50 Cent. I wanted to be like Eminem and all them. And when just listening to their music, it inspired me so much, and I was like, let me give this a try. And then I didn't have the background they did, so I had to do it my own way. So I started off as like that Will Smith type of rapper, that fun rapper that people liked but didn't take seriously.
Right.
But that was who I was, and that's what matched my personality, because I didn't have the knowledge of the real rap, like that culture. So I did and talked about what I knew, and that was just having a good time and ladies. That's
Yeah,
it.
you know what song just came to mind while you were saying that, like immediately while you were saying that, and just thinking about, what your prior aspirations were. And this, as soon as you said rapper, it just came to my mind instantly. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a
Right, pretty much that was it. Yes. Yep.
I mean, so when you said it and you was like, yo, I was like one of those happy-go-lucky fun guys. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. That's the vibe that I'm getting from you. And then as soon as you said that, it was like, yo, damn. Like,
So let me ask you this: as starting out as a rapper, did you have the same name that you have now?
No. No. No.
His face when he said that, he was like, no.
So what was that rapper name you had?
So I went by Homeboy.
Homeboy.
Yeah,
Homeboy?
it was terrible.
When said homeboy?
Yeah, Homeboy. What made you choose that though?
It actually was the kids in my neighborhood that I grew up with. They always called me Homeboy, so it just stuck with me. And I was like, let me do this music and call myself Homeboy.
Listen, no disrespect, but when you kept that name, maybe that was an inkling that that rapping thing.
That probably was a little hindrance. That probably was a little hindrance. Like, rapping comedy stuff and his name Homeboy.
Right. It didn't match. It didn't match. It wasn't working out well for me.
Right. So the singing, like how did that come about? Because you're actually a very good singer, very good songwriter. So how did you hold on before we even go there? I know that you also produce.
Yes.
We know that you're also a songwriter. So, rapping, I guess when you're a rapper, one thing that's frowned upon is if you have a ghostwriter, like, so you have to write. So I'm thinking that writing was definitely one of your first entries into the music business. You know what I'm saying? But like, what came after that? Was it?
Hold on 1 second. We really didn't put him on the spot though. We wanted to hear one of his rhymes.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
I wanted to hear one of
So
your rhymes.
you gotta go into homeboy mode real quick first. You gotta go into homeboy mode.
So funny thing about that, I actually back in January I released a song, and it was a rap song that featured an artist from the Bronx. It's called The Reasons. And that song, what I'm talking about is how I felt like I'm not fitting in with today's music of hip hop and rap, where I'm like, I like the 90s and the early 2000s hip hop. And so I brought
feel you on that.
I like that real East Coast New York hip hop. And so pretty much that's the whole vibe of the song, and that's what I was talking about throughout the whole song. So I did rap that on that track, and a lot of people liked it, and they were surprised that I even did that, because I'm always singing, I'm always doing funk or R&B or.
What's the name of that particular song?
It's called The Reasons.
Did you send me that song, or if not, is it on YouTube?
Yeah, the full video is on YouTube.
It's actually a video.
Yeah, that's a featured artist by the name of Swish. He's on the track with me. He takes over the first verse, and then I come in on the second verse after that hook.
Okay, well, we're still gonna get to see Sir, but he's actually rapping as Sir Luminous, but
right.
with in the aura of Homeboy.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see if we can find that real quick, because we don't want to confuse nobody. We're gonna drop that.
Yeah, definitely.
So do you I mean, hold on, don't, I think I found it already.
Yep.
All right, cool. So
yeah, it's like a 4-minute 30-second track.
Yeah, I think it's actually pinned on your page. Like as soon as you go to your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Big up Zone Music. Big up Mermaid Settings. You know what I said, Panel Live right now. You can also view this live simultaneously on One Mermaid World. If it's your first time coming to either channel, please subscribe to both. We're also gonna get all of Sir Luminous's information, so you can subscribe to his channel as well. Also subscribe to Zone Music, one of our sponsors, one of our brothers from another, you know what I mean? You already know.
Zone is Zone.
Yeah, man, big up Zone is Zone, funny life. You know what I say? I'm going to pull up this video right now where we can actually see Sir Luminous, aka we're gonna see Homeboy acting like Sir Luminous. Exactly. You know what I said? So, ladies and gentlemen, here it goes. Featured the artist Swish, alongside Sir Luminous. Check it out.
It's the reason why they won't believe in the believers. And make sure they cheat the achievers. The Ben's here, I steer clear. My talents expose their fear. I get you.
Why they stress more? I mean, I stress less. Open the doors to the vet to treat a bitch. And I get cake 2 different ways. That money, and I might just eat a bitch. He on IG faking rich. He need to stop it. I'm dealing with a prophet. Like Elijah Muhammad, I'm trying to ease up off the tonic. I'm swerving in my own lane. Yeah, it's all fun and games. It's the paper chaser that keeps them dames. But I'm out after the course, college, in that Bentley, on my way down Collins. I'm an 80s baby where it was white everywhere like Holland. But I'm about that action. You touch it and them hustles give you allergic reaction. Nothing like Kenneth Cole. When I pulled to the club doors, bras started folding their clothes. She say I'm long as a street pole. College girls graduated to the pole. And she dancing on her toes like Gregory Hines. And I seen you in real life and you ain't have a dime. But it's my time, you sucker, you gon' feel it like Ramadan. I'm here for the cheese and the cake and the chicken. Whatever's gonna keep us from starving. I dare you pose yourself as a target. Nigga, you an artist. And the industry gonna leave you in despair, financially bare. I'm just playing with it here. I got a hold of it like your girl from the rear. I let her facilitate my kids' group homes and schools. 2 knots on you, that's for telling. Or that's what's in my pocket. 2 chains, 2 pistols, 2 pop. And I'm wild with the tools like Pity Pack. You get it, Nat? Idiot?
It's the reason why they won't believe in the believers. And make sure they cheat the achievers. The Ben's here, I steer clear. My talents expose their fear. I get your reasons, but these are my reasons. Shit don't change. I ain't able to cope with this new flow. Like dwarfs, you have high hopes, I have high hopes. You can call me Old Spice, I like the pure sport. I'll be in the 90s or 2000s, that is my court. East Coast, New York's where my mind's at. Bronx, Harlem, Yonkers, where Brooklyn at. I ain't a gangster, I ain't even from the streets. I'm from
Deep shout out to the 203, Wally Wall, the birthplace of HB. Half black, half white, I'm a husky. I refuse to fit into the new school theme, something like General Rose, but they ain't wearing my jeans. I work too hard to get blackballed, you gotta know. I lost the flow up every weekend with a new show. I came back, but couldn't get my feet wet. They ain't like my old sound, but that's what they get. Said I had an old sound, need a new sound, but my old sound got your bitch making new sounds. This new sounds like kids at a playground. Seesaw, what goes up gotta come down. I ain't pretending to be something that I'm not. I don't know shit about selling rocks, but my life is like hopscotch, so I can toss it. Forget it. Babysit the dimwits who benefit off a counterfeit and won't admit on social media they're a legit misfit. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean it, but counterfeit looks really good on counterfeit cleavage. If you real and you know it, clap your hands. Be your own man and not a stand. Say it how it is, don't perform on a knife. I'm a 5-star nigga with a 2-star life. Don't tell me to chill, motherfucker. I say what's on my mind, motherfucker. Y'all niggas funny, you some clown motherfuckers. Michael Black, comedian motherfuckers. Every now and then I'll let the slide out. We're luminous now, this nigga the blacked out. The only plaque you got is the plaque all up in your mouth. You all be looking like you get dressed in a crack house. Half of y'all probably ain't got hairs on your balls yet. I'm reaching my 30s and almost got a bald head. This the reason why I can't get with the new breed. They ain't saying nothing that's really attracting me. It's the reason why they won't believe in the believers. Make sure they cheat the achievers. The Ben's here, I steer clear. My talents exposed, their fear. I get your reason.
Yo, Luminous. You go on to body that we have to call security for you.
Overall setting security.
No, bro. No, that was some hot shit though. Yo, that was some hot shit.
For us old, like I know that, like, see, you didn't see for the younger generation, you didn't kill anybody. You wasn't flipping on coke. You know what I mean? Like
before you critique him,
he did fuck a couple bitches in the song. But go
bro,
ahead.
no, I liked it though. I really did. The whole vibe that brought me back to the 90s, like you said, 2000.
He said,
and I think if you had a different name, your shit would have blew the fuck up.
Bro, he said,
if it was a different name
he said,
your shit would have blew up, bro.
He said counterfeit looks good over counterfeit cleavage. Wow. Wow. I've never heard the word cleavage used in a rap before.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody endorse having something counterfeit in rap, you know what I mean? Like, so that was a step, you know what I mean? Like, and it's dope.
I like
it's
it.
dope.
This shit
it's
was
dope.
dope.
It's
This
dope.
shit was
it's
nice.
Dope.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was nice.
You produced the track as well, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Quick question. That was that 90s, early 2000 vibes. What year did you do that?
I did that January this year.
Hold on. January this year, what? 20 what?
Yeah. Yep. That's good.
You did that this year?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
And you was able to give it that kind of vibes and energy as far as bringing it back to like the 90s 2000 energy vibes.
Bro, the man clearly stated that this new shit ain't for him. You know what I mean? He even addressed the fact that people said that he sounded like old school or whatever the case may be. So but at any rate, like I get like the metaphorically, like you gotta understand, like see with him for a minute, Luminous. I'm an artist, so I understand where you were coming from with it from a creative standpoint with that. You know what I mean? It was like more or less kiss my ass and like you know that this is just me and accept it or not. You know, that's what I got from it. I mean, if I'm wrong, you can tell me, but from a creative standpoint, that's exactly what I got.
Yeah, that's it 100%. Because I always felt like I didn't belong in this era of music nowadays.
Right.
When I go out and perform, everyone's doing, you know, what they're used to hearing. And then I step out doing something that they heard 20, 25 years ago. And they're like,
Bro, the reality of the situation, bro, is like everybody that's rapping now, especially these with the way the music has went, is the drill. Like basically, motherfuckers is just telling on themselves and killing people and then just going to the studio and just recording it and talking about it.
yeah,
And like we need some feel good music like what you're doing right now. We need another Will Smith. We need another Eminem. Like my name is Slim Shady. Like we need something like that to break, because you seem like an intelligent person, and I'm not going off the mark with this, but I'm pretty sure that we can definitely rationalize and speak on how powerful music is. And if you know anything about music, you know that outside of the lyrics, the beat, and everything, music is a frequency, and a frequency is what channels energy. You know what I mean? And it gives demand. So therefore, like I tell people all the time, if you go into a car and you hear a beeping sound, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna know that it's channeling you to either put your seatbelt on or something is wrong with the car. You know what I'm saying? So without any kind of words whatsoever, you know that it's telling you to do something. Music has that same power. You know what I'm saying? So when these people are getting paid millions and millions of dollars to preach murder, murder, kill, kill, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks and the whole works, that's exactly what you see taking place in society right now. You know
yes,
what I mean? So we need somebody to say, it's cool to wear counterfeit. Over counterfeit breasts. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know shit about selling crack. Like people don't say these type of things on songs. And it's a lot of motherfuckers who are talking about how much coke they push and how much people they kill who have never killed anybody yet and who have never fucking sold coke a day in their life.
right.
They
Yeah,
capping. I mean, I get that's the word, right? It's all cap.
yeah, right.
Yes, it is real. Like when motherfuckers get on a track, you gotta kill somebody to be real. Like this is the realest shit. This right here is the realest shit I ever heard.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm not from the
I mean,
streets.
simple, real quick.
You feel me?
You said you did that song this year,
Yes.
but you said you put down the rapping and you just you didn't want to rap no more. You went to singing. I mean,
Right.
how quick of a transgression did you make from rapping to not want to rap no more to singing if it was just only this year? That's why I asked you when did you put that song out?
No, I get it. I understand. So I'm always gonna be connected with my roots, where I started from, what inspired me to do music the first place. I'm never gonna lose myself from that. I'm always gonna stay true to myself. So that part will always be a part of me. But the singing, um, that's more what I enjoy doing. It's more what I like to do. But for me to sing and say what I said on that track, it wouldn't have came across right. It kind of would sound like I'm fooling around when really I was speaking the truth. I'm telling you what's on my mind, that I don't care that you guys want me to be like all these other rappers.
No,
This is who I am.
no. What you did on that track that was you, and I think it was dope.
Thank you.
I do personally. I liked it, and I like the fact that you even gave it the whole '90s 2000 energy, because
Yes,
I love that energy, that
yeah,
year
man.
era personally.
Yeah,
That's
man.
my area.
I'm definitely feeling it.
you know,
It's dope.
and maybe that's something you shouldn't even dismiss right now. That song, really and truly, don't dismiss it. I think that you can do something with that, honestly,
Understood.
because personally, I love it. And you spit some bars. It wasn't corny. Your bars was nice.
Thank you.
It was
Appreciate
nice. So don't dismiss it. Think about it.
Definitely, yeah, most definitely. Thank you.
So from the day of receiving, like, why did you? Who gave you the inbox? Your first inbox?
That helped me launch my career in music.
No, I'm talking about when you just yeah. Technically, when you just embarked on your journey. I heard that one of your first gifts was an inbox.
Yes. Oh, understood. Yes. So the Mbox was what it's the interface at the time that you would use for Pro Tools,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually Swish on that track with me who gave me that in
Oh wow.
Pro Tools, and he started me in music. So once I had that, and I had my uh, microphone that I would plug in, I
Mm-hmm.
was just making music every day. Like I was putting out like 5 songs a day because I had all this energy and so much excitement and love for it that I was just putting out tracks after tracks, and it was not the best that I should have done.
Right,
Um,
right.
but I was just so excited that I had all this equipment now that I kind of felt like I'm gonna be like the 50 Cent. I'm gonna be like Eminem at that time.
Mm-hmm. How long did it take you to start capturing the attention of people outside of your, circle or your comfort zone?
Um, it so it was weird. Like back in 2009 when I really had my foot in the door in the industry and I was doing lots of shows, I was going into these underground rap shows in New York,
Mm.
and I was doing this lovey-dovey type of songs with like these hardcore rappers, and I think it was because I was so different, and I was, young and cute, and the girls liked me that they didn't even really listen to what I was saying because I was just speaking foolishness. Um, and I think that's what helped me start to build a fan base. And it probably took a good year or two for people to start catching up with me and really listen to what I was doing. And then once I started producing my own tracks, that launched me even further because now I was able to express my feelings not only vocally but in the music as well, instead of having someone else trying to capture that for me and then me saying what it's supposed to make me feel.
Mm, 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 mm.
So when you was doing those underground shows, I mean, how did you come about getting those gigs? I mean, was it you yourself
Yeah,
that?
because I mean, you're in
Mm.
Connecticut at this time, right? So how the hell did you end up in New York?
So my first manager was from New York. So when I signed on to his independent label, he had some connections and he was getting me in the doors through these nightclubs. Even though I was underage, I was getting in these nightclubs, performing, and then leaving right after.
Mm.
And then from
Yo, you notice he kind of invoked the leaving right after part of this.
gotta
Fuck
make
the
that
leaving
some-
right after. Get the fuck out. But it's cool. We're not putting nobody on blast right now. But you know, I just kind of said,
Right
yeah,
after.
and we tell you everything we'd leave right after. I swear we never went to a hotel with the big titty bitches. We didn't do anything. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's
No,
cool.
but I even like the fact how he said I was rapping foolishness, you know.
No.
What made you?
Listen, man.
What,
Listen,
listen,
man.
what made?
Listen.
Why would you even say
Yo,
that?
if-
What made you even think that you was rapping foolishness?
If the movie Liar was a rapper, because he's just like brutally honest about everything. Like he has zero fucks to give right now. Man.
Zero. Look, I'm gonna tell you how it is. Like
All
I
right,
know.
you know what? All right, I want to judge for myself real quick.
All right.
Give me one of those lyrics that you did on one of those underground shows.
Oh man, I don't even know if I
You
remember.
leave me alone in my room. Sometimes I stay with the wall.
Yeah, I wish that was mine. Honestly, I don't know if I remember them. This was like, what was it? 12 years ago, 13 years. I would have to look up the song and then read the lyrics with it. I honestly have no clue.
But
Because-
somebody signed you on the strength of what they seen as talent. You felt confident enough to leave out of your comfort zone. And yeah, I mean, Frank Sinatra said it better than any fucking body else. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like leaving out a cut, going into New York, anybody going into New
and
York,
doing an underground show,
you know what I'm
bro,
saying?
is
And
like
underground where like niggas really don't, it ain't no hoes barred. The security might not be all that great. You know what I'm saying? So you can get fucked all the way up. You know what I'm saying? And shit go left. Hey son, get the fuck off the stage, son. What kind of bullshit is this, son? No, God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you know, like, the average rapper got an entourage, so you know they on stage like 20 deep and shit. You know what I mean? Niggas like the whole place is like an earthquake when they on stage. You know what I mean? They on there killing motherfuckers and shooting people and all types of shit. You know what I mean? And then you come up there and tell myself, "Hi guys."
But like you said,
that's how it was.
It was more.
It's me, homeboy.
It was more. It was more dangerous for you because you said you was doing these lovey-dovey songs and shit, and other people up there doing this hardcore shit, and you like, okay,
So were you making your own tracks at that particular time, or were you?
No.
So it was like Sycamore Beats, or you had a in-camp in-house producer at the time.
No, so what happened was I would go to soundclick.com and just find instrumentals that I liked, and then I wrote over them and went to the studio and recorded it.
Okay, so and these were the same songs that you were performing at these shows in New York.
Yeah, and then like the ones that I really wanted to push as my single, I actually had a producer in New Jersey reproduce the track for me.
Okay.
And then so it was all official, no copyright infringements or anything.
Right. So you even had knowledge of the business that early on as well. You know what I mean? So you kind of knew what you were looking for.
Yeah, because the one thing I wasn't looking for was any problem. Like, because I was still new. My mom, who's my manager now, we were still new at the whole industry thing, and we just knew that we wanted no issues at all. So we were just gonna, follow the directions, follow the rules, and do what we had to do.
So from Dean, is it Vitali or Vitali?
Vitali.
Okay, so Vitali, to me, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that like an Italian name?
Yes. Yeah, Italian.
So you have Italian in your blood?
Yes. Yep. My mother is Italian and my father's African American.
Wow. That's dope. That's dope.
I
got the Vitali. I forgot that the Vitali is a famous name, bro. I forgot. It's like I don't know if it's a wrestler, a boxer, somebody. I heard like the name Vitali somewhere before, bro. Like, but anyway.
So do you even think of doing even Italian music or doing like a crossover type Italian,
Never thought about it. I actually don't even know how to speak Italian. But I'm a student.
Agita. Anyway, go ahead.
Whatever that meant, I don't know. Maybe
heartburn. It's called heartburn.
Heartburn.
Agita.
Okay.
That's the only thing I know. And Mamma Mia.
I'm a student of music, so I love music. I love learning all cultures of music. So that's something I have studied on, but I haven't put my full focus on it, on learning the Italian music and all that. But that's definitely something I'm gonna do because I love all genres of music.
Okay, so you saying that? Well, I want to say, let me just ask a quick question. So you saying that how did you get to end up doing that song with DeVille?
No, we don't reach this yet. We
You
don't
know
reach
what? You know what I'm gonna say.
No,
All
we
right.
know what I'm gonna
You don't
say.
want to. So you don't want it to go there yet. All right.
Stick up.
Leave
Don't
that
answer that
alone.
question.
Leave it
Don't answer
alone.
that question.
No, because
we're getting there.
The only reason why I asked
We're
because
getting there. We're getting
he
there.
said he
We're
loved
getting
all
there.
genre of music.
No, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna
okay.
give him.
All right.
I'm gonna. He said his mom's Italian, dad's African American. So I'm gonna give you, Italian for dummies. You know what I'm saying? Like so just a few. So you live in New York. It's very simple. You want to know how to speak Italian, like Eddie Murphy said, everything is a question. You know what I mean? What am I, a fucking asshole over here?
Yeah.
Hey, you fucking out. You fucking.
You gotta talk with your hands too. You gotta talk with your hands. You know.
Hold on. One of the biggest one is
the nerve of this
hold
fucking
on.
guy.
One of the biggest
right?
one is am I a fucking moron or something?
This fucking guy, all right?
Am I a fucking moron?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, so you ended up. So how did you ended up capturing the attention of somebody all the way in New York? What did they pass through Connecticut, get a chance to see you on stage or in your element? How did, or were you on the internet? You know what I mean, looking like how did that come about?
So honestly, I don't know. My guess is that he saw me on YouTube.
Okay.
Just maybe looking up new upcoming artists or something like that. Because at that time, before I met my manager, I only done one show, and it was a dance competition show. So it wouldn't have made sense that he saw me at one of those. So my only guess is that he saw me online.
Okay.
So he reached out to you.
Yes.
And I mean, and then I'm hearing you had at this particular time in your career, you already had a hype man and like 5 backup dancers.
Yes. Yeah, I had a whole team.
That's some MC Hammer shit, man.
Yeah, I love the whole production because my mom, she's a dance teacher and she always put on these big productions, and I always loved that. So I wanted to incorporate that type of style to my show and just have a big stage production like Michael Jackson and Prince.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I heard those were also some of your earlier inspirations.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like those guys inspired you. As much as people would like to compare them, their styles contrast. Like they're two totally different type of artists. What did you favor Michael for, and what did you favor Prince for? If you know, you could tell me.
Yeah. So Michael, I loved his shows. I loved the energies of his show. Every time he stepped on stage, it was like it was like his first time ever stepping on the stage. Like it was so energetic. He never showed any laziness, and everything was just on point from the movements and then the band hitting. I loved all that. And then for Prince was the musicianship that he had. The guitar, as good as he was on the guitar, he was just as good on the piano and the drums, and I love that. So that's actually what also helped me become the musician that I am today.
So mentioning those two great artists now, what is Luminous identity with as a musician right now, as a singer right now? Did you want to use a little bit from Prince? Did you want to use a little bit from Michael, or you just have an identity of your own that you want to follow?
I grab a little bit from all the artists that I've looked up to. So there's a little bit from Michael, a little bit from Prince, a little bit of James Brown and Lil Richard and all them, because I love the funk. That's where if I only had to pick one genre, it would be the funk. I just love that. And so I would pick all that. But when I would go and do different genres and perform, I have different artists that I pretend I am in my head that helps me give that feel as a performer. So I'm not doing like uh, Prince moves on my reggae songs and stuff like that. So I try to become the act of which I'm performing.
Hmm. So reggae wise, you just mentioned reggae. Who is some of your favorite artists as far as reggae wise that influenced you or that you might want to take a little bit from?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot. I really like Mad Cobra. He's someone he actually his song Flex was the first reggae song I ever heard that made me fall in love with reggae. And then I listened to started doing my research, and then I came across Shabba Ranks and Bounty Killer. I like Nardo Ranks.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love all
Yeah,
that.
you went deep in your research with that one.
Yeah, I'm a student of
Guess
music.
what? I name original. Brrr. Woman, if you love me, please let me know. But if
That's
you
my
don't
favorite song right there. And
love
that's my all-time favorite reggae dancehall song. 100%. I love that. And I'm a student of music, and when I study, I'm just not okay. Who's the best R&B artist? Like, no, I want to dive deep down into the vinyl records and who are these artists that help bring all this music together and what we hear today.
Wow.
Now, I just love music. You
No,
know,
I get that from you, bro. I get that. Listen, like I told you, it was evident. Like you couldn't hide that shit if you wanted to.
right.
Like it's like you are, um, I play cool and I act cool and I try to be cool, but I'm just like you. I'm a musical nerd, bro. Like that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I study it, I live it, I eat it. You know what I mean? Like I could married to music and like nah I'm not girl or not like that. Like I really like music is like my everything. And I see how much passion you put into what you do. You know what I mean? Before we start to figure out like how you jumped into the genres, I want to learn more about what was the first instrument that you learned? What inspired you to play that instrument, and what inspired you to start playing more of them?
Yeah, so the first instrument I learned was piano. That's my forte.
Okay.
The reasoning is I didn't have a great experience in a studio one time when I wasn't producing my music. Some other person that I was working with did, and they wanted me to do what they felt was right and wasn't allowing me to be the artist and the uh, creator that I was. So when I wrote the song, I was saying how I felt. By the time the song was done, I was saying how someone else felt. And I wasn't connecting with that as much. So I started, I went right on YouTube and I typed in how to play the piano. And I was like, you know what, this is not going to work for me. Like I was too anxious and I just wanted to start playing. So I just started teaching myself, the names of the keys. And then I just started playing around and putting different chords together. But what inspired that bigger than my past issue in the studio was artist Ryan Leslie. He would put up videos of him producing tracks in the studio. And the first video I saw was him producing his song Gibberish. So what I did is when he played an instrument, I would do the same thing on my end. So I was producing the same track with him. So by the end of the video, I had the song laid out how he had it. So I was able to pick apart, okay, this is what he did here. This is what he did there. And then that's what helped me become the producer that I am today and how I play, all these different instruments.
Hmm. So is the piano the only thing? I mean, what's the other instruments that you play? You said the piano is your first and favorite.
Yeah.
What else? What else do you play?
Um, so piano is definitely like my go-to. Like that's where I'm most comfortable. But I can play the drums a little bit, just enough for me to get by to what I got to do. Same with the bass. I'm not great at all with the guitar. Nope. Um, I wish, but then I just can't figure that out. Of course, I can do a little stuff on the bongos, the congas, and yeah, yeah. And then of course, like synthesizers, bass synths, and all those. Um, but it's kind of the same with the keys, just played a little
So
different.
as far as the keys go, I know that I'm personally I'm not going to say self-taught because I mean I can play what I want to hear.
Right.
I could play by ear. If I hear something, I can figure out the notes on the keyboard. I'm not prolific. I don't think I can even play with two hands. You know what I mean? But like if I'm recording it, I can get it to sound how I want it to sound, get it to somebody else that could actually you know, bring me the sound that I want, like know exactly what I want. I can't read music. Uh are you have you are you aware of the theory, like, or do you play by ear, or can you read music? Like, how does the music come to you? How prolific are you when it comes to the keys?
So I used to be able to read music, but this was years ago when I
Mhm.
was playing the saxophone, which I could still play the saxophone a little bit, but not that great anymore. But when when I go to the keys and I sit down to start making a song, it's me playing by ear. Um, so I have like a melody in my head that I just go right to the keys, find which key I'm in, and just start building chords around the notes to make them, sound nice and full. Um, and I forgot the second part of the question.
I did too.
Well, I'm gonna ask this question. So when you sit down in front of the piano, right?
Yeah.
Can you just like get like a Ray Charles vibes where you just sing and you start playing and it just get crazy and vibesy and just like I'm ready in my you getting your vibes in your moment and just you know
I I can't go that crazy, but I usually start off with a song that I like just to get my hands moving. It's a very simple song, and then I just go off and I start creating my my own chords and stuff.
Is
But
your piano there with you right now?
it is. It's nothing is set up though, unfortunately.
you know what?
Yeah,
You
bro,
know what?
you knew he was gonna ask
You
you,
knew, you
bro.
know what?
You knew he was gonna ask
You
you, bro. Like,
purposely did that one.
No, like so.
ladies and gentlemen, commercial break while he plugs in his piano. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, why we play one of his songs real quick and he plugs in his piano to give us a little,
No, I just came back from New York and I was lazy, so I didn't even unpack anything. Yeah.
Well, I
So
thought your
that's
piano stayed in tune, is always ready to go. You just
It's
sit
all
down and
good,
plum,
man.
plum, 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 plum,
Leave
plum.
him
Yeah.
alone, man.
I love
He's all right. He's all right. We're gonna pull up to his foot. Remember, he's just a couple states away
Yeah,
from.
he ain't
We're gonna
far.
pull up to his foot with the cameras and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go down.
Most definitely.
What happened? You know, so so basically, I hear the influence of different genres. You say funk. We've talked about hip hop. How did well, you said Mad Cabra was actually your first formal introduction to reggae. You started to study the music. How did you discover the likes of Davil, and what what drove you to want to collaborate with the likes of Davil?
Yeah, so from doing my research and all that, I actually met DeVille in, I believe it was 2014. And when I met him, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know much of his music. Like, I heard his name before and I knew of him, but I wasn't familiar with his songs right off the top of my head. But when I went back and did my research, I was like, oh, I didn't know he did this song, and I didn't know this was him at the time. So I've done a lot of production for him. You know, we did work on other tracks for projects he was doing. And when I was doing my own project, the Sunset Ave EP, I came across, I started creating Never Enough. And I was like, I think this is a perfect song for DeVille to get on. So I sent him it. He loved it. And it was like, I think it was about like 2 or 3 days that he sent me back his vocals, and we knew we had something great right there.
Mhm. So you said you did production for him. How did that come about, and what kind of production did you do for Devin?
Yeah, so we would sit in the studio together, which was my little home studio that I had, and I would just play, different chord patterns on the keys, and we would just start creating that way, and um, just start building some different types of beats and stuff that he liked and everything. But yeah, I'm not sure it came out just yet, because when we met, he was already finished, almost finished with a project. So I kind of just like missed that deadline. But
Right.
I've also done artwork for himself, also for like the cover art and all that. Um, but yeah, DeVille's awesome. That's my big bro right there.
Yeah,
He taught me
and,
a lot.
and how did you say you guys linked up again? I mean, was that from your side end, or is and he reached out to you, or you reached out to him?
Yeah, no, so it was more so I reached out to him. It was because of my mom, my manager at the time. Um, we just happened to be at the same place at the same time, and we just went up and talked, and I said, "Hey, I'm a producer, I'm an artist. This,
Mm.
that, whatever you need, just let me know, and I'll love to work for you."
So were you able to be the producer of any of his songs, and what song was that? If you know that, 'cause you said you did work with him on for far as producing. So what was the song?
So the songs we made, they weren't ever finished. So they weren't released because we would just keep creating a lot of tracks. So we had a lot that we just didn't release.
Yeah, so it was kind of start. It was like a situation. Start one thing and okay, oh man, this one sound dope too. So
Right.
start on another one and that kind of Jenna.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. I mean, it's so much songs get unfinished that way because y'all start on one song and and by the time you get to even trying to finish that song,
Mhm.
another idea come about, and
Exactly.
and y'all start on that idea.
Right. Yeah, and it was just like the energy just kept flowing and flowing, and then like we were just making beats after beats, and we just never really finished one until Never Enough came about.
which was the one that y'all end up finishing, which was your song.
Yes, yeah, for me on my EP.
And that is like a song that's just really on a level. So what is your plans for that song?
um I would really like to just push that song out to everywhere, because I know that song has a lot of potential, and I know we can definitely do great things with it.
Mhm.
And so any radio stations, any just DJs, anyone that wants to play that type of music, I definitely would want to push it to them. We do eventually. We want to get a video done for it, but we're
That,
in.
that was the next question to you. Is that in the works yet, or are you guys planning to do the video?
We would like to do a video. It's just he's been very busy also with shows and stuff, and I also been busy on my end just doing productions for other artists. So I've been in the studio a lot, but I'm hoping that we can get a video for that. I think a lot of people would love it, but it's also hard because we're in two totally different states.
Right.
So travel nowadays is crazy expensive. And so, but yeah, we're definitely gonna get it together and get a video going.
Yeah, that song is. I mean, who did the production on that song? Who did the track? Was that yours?
Yeah, that was mine. And then my lady, she played the guitar on the beginning, and then the guitar on the lead for the bridge.
That's a dope track because I'm listening to the song and I'm like, next thing you know, I'm ready to hear the Spanish coming in, fast wise, and I heard the Ville. I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
yo, that's dope. That's a whole different level.
Yeah, I mean, it was a total and complete surprise.
Yeah,
right.
You know, to hear Davil not only showcasing his singing prowess, but to also be able to exhibit some DJing on the track. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was planned, because you said you had actually got back the finished product, after the fact. You know what I mean? Was it planned? Did you know how you wanted him to approach the track, or was that a total and complete surprise to you as well?
No, that was a surprise to me as well, because I sent him the track, and because I wanted him to do him. I didn't want him to do DeVille based off what Sir Luminous was telling him he should do it like. Like, I wanted DeVille to do what he does on the track.
Right.
Wow. And for him to have the knowledge to say, all right, I'm already on a track with a singer, so what am I going to bring to this track? You know what I mean? And for him to have the knowledge to just go the route that he went was phenomenal, bro. Because
right.
It like I said, I was already loving it from the outset, but then to see him, bring it's like it's a climax. And me and you know that music starts from one point, it gets to another point, you know what I mean, where we're excited, and you know what I mean, like it's like you're waiting on any combination.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
Like,
said,
that combination.
I'm waiting on
it has
some
to live.
Spanish to come in now.
Right.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Right.
And for Davil to come in on that level that he did, a little singing and more like a little DJ style.
Yeah.
It was amazing and just nothing that I was expecting.
Right. Yeah, no, he definitely did his thing on it. And big shout out to him. That's my big bro. He taught me so much about the reggae and dancehall music also. So definitely big shout out to him.
And that's why I said I think that can really be a big song for you.
Right.
And I added big up to Davil for being the person that actually introduced you to our platform. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, cause he watched Davil's interview on our platform, and you know what I mean, and one thing led to another, and Sir Luminous reached out to us.
And we appreciate love that, I'm glad that we was able to give you that energy that you wanted to reach out to us.
It's been said that the reason that the transition from Homeboy to Sir Luminous, it was a very personal reason why you chose that particular name. Tell us something about that.
So Luminous came right after both my grandparents passed away, and I wanted
my condolences.
Thank you. and I wanted something that was that represented both of them, because they were the ones that really started the whole music for my family. So if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have that musical ability. So I was on Google just searching for a word that started with L and ended in S, because my grandma's name was Linda, my grandfather's name was Stanley. So I wanted just their initials in there, and I came across Luminous, and Luminous is the reflecting light that shines upon you. So I took that and flipped it like they were my guardian angels, staying with me throughout my journey through music, and that's how Luminous came about.
Dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's real dope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that what you have in that name, I mean, like, people like people that are instrumental in your physical being and your fabric
Hmm.
are never forgotten. But sometimes when you're focusing on whatever is at hand, you know, I'm not gonna say that they become hindsight, but like you just gotta focus on what's in front of you. But with you having that name and the reason behind that name, they're always at the forefront of everything you do musically.
Exactly. Most definitely.
You see what I mean? Like always. You know what I mean? Like there's no getting around it. You know what I mean? If you sign $1 million deal today or tomorrow, you know what I mean? Like
They're
the
there with you.
reason behind that name is gonna be because grandma and I think that's an honorable way, a very noble way to represent them. You know what I mean? That's beautiful on your part, and that speaks to your character and shows you the type of person that you are.
Thank you.
Like I said, initially everything started for you from, in front of the camera. Mom, putting you out there for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? You landed a few commercials. You did things from 9 months up until 7 years old. You know what I mean? So that's a 7-year career that you had. But you also decided in the midst of dibbling and dabbling in the rapping, the singing, that you would also go back to acting. You know what I mean? Which I heard you made mention also of New Edition life story. You know what I'm saying? You also made mention of some other things that you had gotten into. Tell us something about the acting aspect, towards the later part of your career.
Yeah, so I was in the New Edition story on BET back in 2017. I think it aired on BET. And that was an awesome experience. I was part of a group called the Beano Boys, they're a R&B group from Boston. Um, it was Michael Bivins' group, who's part of New Edition, and how I got involved with that was the manager of the group saw a YouTube video of mine, and they were looking for a fifth member, and he reached out to me asking if I would be a part of it. And at first I was iffy because I'm not too big on the whole group thing, but I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. So I was going to Boston every weekend doing that, and Michael Bivins flew us out to LA where we filmed the video, and it's like in like the first 10 minutes of the movie where you would see me on stage as a group called the Untouchables that they looked up to. We were doing like the dance steps and all that, so they just liked how we were moving. That was pretty much like their backstory.
Lovely.
That was very cool. I was also an extra in The Forager with John Travolta, where me and actually Swish again and my hype man, we were all for the movie, we were all extras, and we were stuck in a Boston jail for 12 hours, and that was terrible. Like it was, we had a lot of downtime, and we're only like 10 minutes of filming. I was like, this is ridiculous. But it was very cool. We were able to meet John Travolta, which was awesome. You know, he's a legend. So that was very cool. And yeah, the acting is fun. Definitely not something I would want to just keep moving forward with, but like doing like little things here and there, like little extra, little cameo spots is cool for me.
Right. Right. That's dope, bro. That's dope, bro. That's dope. That's dope. You know what I mean? So you actually got the opportunity to meet these guys.
Yes. Yep.
And you grew up listening to them. I mean, what was that like for you?
That was awesome. Funny story. So when I do my studying on music, I don't pay attention to what the artist looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time I met Michael Bivins, I didn't know it was him.
Oh.
So I thought it was this. So what happened was we were in Boston, and the group and I, we were, rehearsing the steps for the movie, and this guy comes in and just pulls up a chair and sits in the back of the room, and I just look at him like, dog, what are you doing? Like, who are you? And one of the other members of the group came to me and was like, yo, that's Mike Bivins. I was like, oh, so I made sure my steps and everything were on point at that moment.
What was the name of the group again?
Beano Boys.
Okay.
Beano Boys, yeah, from Boston. So
like Beano?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And I was with them for about 6 months to a year, not a long time actually, but yeah, so that was funny when I first met him, and then the same type of thing happened when Mike flew us out. I met what's his name, was it Ronnie DeVoe, or it was one of the other members, and I didn't know what he looked like, and I'm just sitting next to him, paying him no mind, and again the same dude was like, yo, that's so and so. I was like, oh shoot, what's up, nice to meet you.
So you had no clue who these guys was for real
because I'm studying the music. I could honestly care less what they look like. I mean, that's doing nothing for me. I want to learn the music as an artist and a musician. But I definitely should probably start looking up what these people look like.
So there was no repercussions from not knowing what they look like, right? Nothing came back, like, like who's this guy? What is he doing? Who are you?
Right. Right.
So no repercussions, right?
So you guys actually did recordings together and stuff like that?
As the Beano Boys?
Yeah.
We did, but Mike Bivins didn't like the track, so he never put it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I actually don't even have a copy of the finished track, so I don't even know what it sounded like.
Okay. So you weren't on the song called Supermodel that they did?
No.
Okay.
No, they did that before I joined the group.
Okay.
That was a song that had nothing to do with me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, having that cameo, was special. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And that was a very, very what was this? That a lot of people gravitated to that particular the BT doesn't normally do spot on renditions of like a lot of artists' life story, but that particular one was very highly regarded. So for you to be in it, for you to be in the first 10 minutes of it, is phenomenal.
Yes, most
did,
definitely.
did people notice you from that? Where?
Oh,
Okay.
definitely. And when it first aired, there was people that I haven't talked to in years that were hitting me up on Facebook. Yo, was that you in the New Edition movie? I was like, yeah, that was me. Thank you for reaching out before, though. I'm glad everything's well with you too. You know, but yeah, but a bunch of people were reaching out saying they saw me in the movie, and I just remember when I was sitting on the couch with my mom and it first came on, I was like, oh shoot, that's me on the big screen. And even though like it wasn't about me, it was just that moment, like seeing me on the screen, like that was awesome. That was a great feeling.
So why not want to pursue it though? You say you don't really want to pursue the acting. You're more about the music. Why still not want to pursue the acting?
So I would like the music to take off first before I did any like if I auditioned for any major roles, I would want to audition as Sir Luminous. So like people who already kind of know me, because I don't want to be put in, like, let's say Empire. Let's say I was like one of the main cast on Empire, but then the show ended. Now I'm trying to do music, and it's like, oh, he's just trying to, keep doing what he was doing on the TV show. And I'm like, no, this is who I really am. So I want to show people that I'm really a music artist first before I switch over to and really put my foot in the door somewhere
I
else.
mean, you can always do a Jamie Foxx on him. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know that Jamie embarked on music first, and like we knew him as a comedian, we knew him as Wanda, we knew him as I mean, whoever he chose to be, and then ultimately we found out that he was a hell of a singer and a hell of a performer, and when he did Ray, it's like it just went over the top at that point.
Yeah.
Like so, man, you just gotta get in how you fit in, bro. You know what I mean? Like you're multi-talented. Don't shy away from, because I mean, a lot of times what happens to us as these creative minds is we want what we want for ourselves, but the reality of the situation is sometimes we kind of shun what our true blessing is. You know what I mean? By pursuing what it is we feel as though we should be doing.
And you never know which door might open
Yeah.
first.
You know what I mean? And once you get your foot through that door, you know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you could do anything. At that point, you become a prodigy because people are looking at you like, oh shit, this nigga's an actor, but the actor can actually sing. You know what I mean? Or he can actually act, or you see what I mean? Like
because that's genuinely you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying that. I'm not telling you what to do, because I'm one of those artists that can tell you what not to do. You know what I'm saying? But so it's not like I'm here preaching to you or nothing like that. But like at the end of the day, bro, if as long as it has anything to do with entertainment, if the opportunity should present itself, with you wanting to do what you want to do, you know what I mean? Independent right now, you know what I mean? I think that if it makes dollars, then it makes sense.
Right.
So basically, as much as you're pursuing music, pursue acting the same way.
Yeah.
You've been doing it since 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So don't leave that out either. Just like I said, don't leave the rap out.
And
you know what I mean?
And we know what your true passion is. You know what your true passion is. You know what I mean? The reality of the situation is the movers and the shakers probably don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So like, the thing is, whatever you need to do to get through that door, and once you get through that door, and you are in a perennial position to kind of be able to call the shots, then at that point, whatever it is you do, it's like you're a genius. You know what I mean? Like Snoop had to do 187 on an undercover cop. Snoop had to do rolling down the street, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice before he could do a song where he was actually singing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because if we would have came out with that shit first, we'd have been looking at him like, Get the fuck out of here with that. But when he came out actually singing, we were like, oh, he's fucking genius.
Yeah.
You
I
see
get
what I
it.
mean?
I
You know
got
what I mean? And you have enough talent to do basically anything
Yeah,
that
bro.
you want.
Yeah. Don't shut the doors on anything, man. I mean, it's all under your belt already.
I forgot. I forgot. I think it was a movie that I watched, Penitentiary.
Mhm.
And somebody in the movie said, "Shit, I don't turn down nothing except my collar."
Yeah, so go all out, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't shy on
You
anything,
listen,
man.
man.
Pick
Listen.
back up that acting thing and pursue that also, just as much as you pursuing the music.
You picked up your grandma and your grandfather's legacy, and you put it on your shoulders. You know what I mean? And you just gotta go hard or go home, bro. You know what I mean?
Who's your favorite actor?
My favorite actor, I'm gonna say Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Do you remember
Donnie Brasco?
Do you remember back as far as 21 Jump Street?
Yes. I remember that movie.
It was actually a TV show.
It wasn't a movie also?
There was a movie.
Yeah, they did a movie.
They did a movie, but
Oh.
Johnny Depp was not in that
Wasn't
movie.
that one. Yeah, right.
Johnny Depp goes back to a TV shows from in the 80s called 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, I remember Johnny.
Got you.
Johnny
Yeah.
Depp. Johnny Depp was a wild motherfucker.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. That's how far Johnny from in the 80s, 21 Jump Street.
Wild as shit.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I definitely gotta check that one out.
Yeah, it was a
You gotta
TV
remember,
show.
we're talking to a young man here, bro. Not just
But
because it look like you.
He like to do his research.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm bringing him back to those days.
Yeah, that was a Fox show. Fox 29.
Yeah, 21 Jump Street. He said that's his favorite. So I mean,
Gotcha.
listen,
I'm definitely gonna
following Johnny Depp's footstep, bro. Don't shy away from nothing.
How in depth are you with the with the reggae genre? Are you learning more about it? Are you familiar with what dub plates and that type of stuff are?
Yeah, actually, just recently I learned about dub plates. I was doing my first dub plate for a DJ Mixmaster J out in the UK.
Okay.
And I did a dub plate for him, and it took me a couple of tries, but I finally got it down. So I just recently learned about that, and that was like 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that
so we'd probably be putting you on the spot if we told you we want a live overall settings dub plate right now.
Oh, I can definitely try, but I don't know how great it's gonna be. So you might gotta wait.
Nah, listen, if you think it's gonna make you look crazy, we're not gonna force it. But if you think you can do because you don't gotta do the whole thing. It's not like you in a rhythm or nothing like that. So as long as you're saying overall settings, and I mean, because basically we just want it for what if you notice how we started the show, we just took snippets of like past guests, and you know what I mean. So it would just more or less be, a snippet of you saying bigging up overall settings. Never Enough is definitely a good song.
Right.
You know what I mean, to even do that with.
Could be
You know what I mean?
any one of your songs
Overall settings never enough. I mean, however you want to go about doing it, you know what I mean? But it would only be roughly 30 seconds, just like the video you did, but you'll just be singing about
mentioning overall
yeah.
setting.
Right.
Just if you want to sing overall setting is the greatest, whatever you want to do, but just mention overall setting.
Yeah, you know, freestyle, whatever, however you want to go about it.
Got you. You want me to do that now, or you want me to like send you a video?
No, right now.
I can definitely send you a video.
We can do that shit now. Bro.
Oh man! All right. All right. Let me.
You're an actor. Act right now.
Oh man! Y'all messing me up right now.
Overall
How are you?
settings is never enough. Whatever.
All right. Overall settings, it will never be enough for us. And every day will feel like the first day we met. On overall settings it's for us.
Man, see
See, there you
that
go.
wasn't
That wasn't hard, right?
Come on, bro.
It wasn't hard, right?
Come on, bro. See?
It wasn't hard. And now, right now, you feel like you want to go further, don't
Exactly.
you?
He
You
want
want to go further, don't
He
you?
want to do the whole song now and shit. Yeah. You want to call the bill. You want to call the bill now and shit.
That had me sweating. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You did that outstanding.
That's all you wanted.
Yo, listen, man. Me have some Jamaican
Thank you.
over here who born up, grew in a dope plate. Real, man, they can't do it. You know what I mean? So, for you just starting to do dub plates 2 weeks ago, that was phenomenal. You know what I mean? Thank you. One of our best ones yet. I'm not even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Tell the people where they can reach you.
Before that, real quick, telling them what's in store for you right now. What you working on? The latest project.
Good question, Daddy Lee.
What's going on with you?
So right now, I'm just making music. I'm having fun. I'm always doing my research and learning about the cultures and genres of different music. So I'm just right now I'm training myself as a producer, just producing a bunch of different genres of tracks, and then I'm gonna start, writing over them because the style is gonna be different also. But that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I do have a song out called Precious that features an R&B singer, Mr. Taiski, that
What's the name of that song? You said Precious?
Precious, yes.
Is it out, you said?
Yeah, it's out right now. We've been pushing it, and a lot of people have been loving it.
Is there any visual to it yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Is it on YouTube? Did you send it to us?
Yeah, the song's on YouTube, all streaming platforms. Definitely.
You can try to find that real fast.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Yeah, Precious.
Don't disrespect.
I know.
Don't disrespect my gangster. My gangster.
Never.
Don't disrespect my gangster. My gangster's live and well. Station identification. This one is called Precious. Sir Luminous featuring Taiski.
You're the one I dream about.
Bumbleclaw, I think say R. Kelly did the again. What? What just go on a while ago? I think
You may never understand it. You're the one I dream about. In my dreams, you're the one I think about. I can't ignore the love I have for you. You may never understand it, yeah. 'Cause girl, you're so amazing. Girl, I'll never find another love. 'Cause you're one in a million. Girl, you're so precious.
Here is no greater God. You understand what me have to Rasta? Overall settings.
You're the one I dream about. In my dreams, you're the one I think about. I can't ignore the love I have for you. You may never understand it, yeah. 'Cause girl, you're so amazing. Girl, I'll never find another love. 'Cause you're one in a million. Girl, you're so precious. Girl, you're amazing. You're amazing, baby. Walked into my life, it was a blessing. Girl, you're so precious, lady, lady. So I can say 1,000 things that reminds me of you, but those 1,000 things just don't compare to you. You're my heart, my soul, and everything that makes me live. Ooh, without you is a world so blue, a world so blue. Any man would want you, baby. 'Cause girl, you're so precious. Ooh, girl, you're amazing. When you walked into my life, there was a blessing. Girl, you're so precious. Lady, lady. Girl, you're my heart, my soul. I never wanna let you go. My heart is for you to keep. Don't stop it. Girl, you're so precious. Oh, my baby. Ooh, girl, you're amazing. When you walked into my life, there was a
Bad song. Sir Luminous.
Did you do the production on this one also?
Yes.
That was your production.
Poppington.
Bud.
Poppington.
Bud.
So tell the people where they can find Sir Luminous on all of your social media platforms, and tell them where they can find these songs that we've been playing since night. What platforms can they find these songs on as well?
Yeah. So if you go to my website, teamluminous.com, that's TEAMLUMINOUS. There's links to all my music right on the website. You can also follow me on Instagram at Sir Luminous Music. All of these songs are all over YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you listen to your music, I'll be there. My music will be there. You could also get me on Facebook. That's Facebook Life Love Luminous. And yeah.
Bro, it was truly a pleasure to have you here. Anybody that's here now, subscribe to everything that he just mentioned. Stream, like, share, the whole works. You're on this particular channel watching it right now, so please follow us on Facebook at Overall Settings, podcast on Facebook. Follow us, also subscribe to us on YouTube, Overall Settings on YouTube, Overall Settings Podcast. And this is also simultaneously being streamed on One Mermaid World. That's the booking agent for this particular platform. Big up Mickey Settings, big up Misha Settings, big up Daddy Lee Settings. And we have a new Settings family member. The world may know you as Sir Luminous, you know what I mean? But you are
And big up you too, Fico Settings. Or you left out yourself?
I mean, I can't.
Hey,
Not gonna be, you know, what I mean, I'm not gonna be like, stroking my own ego. I do that when I'm not around anyone. Yeah, I mean, no, but the world may know you as Sir Luminous, but we will refer to you from now on as Sir Luminous Settings, which means we are a personal ambassador for you and your brand. You know what I mean? So whenever you drop something new, we expect to get it as soon as possible so we can push it out before everybody else.
Most
we,
definitely.
we want the free tickets, the all access passes to the shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you're selling out Madison Square Garden and stuff like
Yeah.
that, we expect to be
If,
there
if
with no
anyone
problems.
if anyone of interest should ever forward over to the platform that you want to sit in and be like a guest, then you let us know. We'll send you a link and you can sit in with us. You know what I mean? But bro, we really thank you for coming out, taking this time out that you can never get back, and spending it with us. Respect to you. We're in studio right now with one of the biggest promoters in the world. He probably didn't want me to put him on blast. You know what I mean? We're not gonna bring him on camera just yet. You know what I mean? But he's Jamaican Dave is one of the top promoters in any genre. You know what I mean? And he actually popped up in studio. He made a cameo appearance off camera. You know what I mean? And he's one of my greatest inspirations. And there's so many artists that come back and forth to this platform that we have something brewing. We have something cooking that is gonna give every artist a platform to showcase their talent. So this is just one aspect of it.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? This
Thank
is
you.
just one aspect of it. So, you know what I mean? Like, but we champion for you guys.
Thank you.
We do this for you, like week in and week out. We're not make no bag of money. You know what I mean? Like, this is not giving us any kind of accolades other than just the gratification and the satisfaction of bringing you guys somewhere, if it's even in front of
hoping
one
to
person.
it's hoping to help forward your
Yeah.
career in any small way whatsoever,
Whatever,
as long as we can
whatever
help.
we can do.
That's why we do this, just to help to forward anyone's
And I
career.
guarantee you'll never ever do another reasoning as extensive and as personable as this one, because
Right.
from the minute that you forwarded over here, you were family. You know what I mean? So, and then by the time you hit the ground running and your shit's really popping, you're only gonna have the time to talk about what's going on at that particular time. So people will come looking for your legacy. They will come looking for what you were doing at 3 months, 9 months, 7 years, and they will come looking for all of that, because once you hit the ground running, your only focus is gonna be what's happening at that particular time. We're the only ones who,
We want to get all of that
yeah,
before
we want to know. We want all of the gritty, grimy. We knew you when you were homeboy. They will only know you when you were Sir Luminous.
Right. Exactly. But no, I appreciate you guys, taking the time and having me on your show, on your podcast. This has been amazing. I had a lot of fun. Definitely one of my favorite interviews or talking with that I've ever done.
Reasoning.
We do reasoning.
We do reasoning. We don't do interviews.
We don't know how to do interviews.
In another term, we just converse.
Yeah, we don't know how to do interviews.
Just converse.
The same way you heard him trying to sing earlier, he don't know how to sing. We don't know how to do it.
Yeah, man, this has been great. It's been real fun. So I appreciate you guys, definitely.
And just, all you can do, and I'm pretty sure we don't have to tell you, just share that link, man, and encourage as many people as you can to share that link. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And you guys have grasped, like, listen, don't be that person that's like, oh, my favorite artist is this person. And remember, every single artist who you either aspire to be or rated or respected has been somebody who has started from where we are right now.
Right.
Every platform, that has a million followers or 10 million started from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, the best thing that you could possibly do is, and you'd be surprised, like all people who don't have nothing to do with music, nothing to do with YouTube, nothing to do with podcasts, how vital they could be.
Right.
I'm talking about grandmom, grandpop, whoever. Look, grandmom and grandpop are the reason why we even know who Sir Luminous is right now.
Influence.
You know what I mean? So even if they don't, if they look at, baby, man, I don't know what to tell about. The house subscribe. What you want me prescribe? You want to go get my prescription down at CVS? No, all you got to do is just take their phone and subscribe to the Sir Luminous channel.
Definitely.
That everybody who you know right now in this modern day and time, even the little pitney, the child, the kid has a phone. Take their phone and just subscribe to Sir Luminous channel.
Yeah, that's
everybody. If you have 5 people in your household, that's 5 subscribers. If 5 subscribers have 20 contacts in their phone, that's 100 people.
Yes.
And that's all it takes.
That's it.
100 to 200,
that's all it
200
takes.
to 400, 400.
That's all it
Yeah,
takes.
And
then by the time the fire actually catch and Sir Luminous becomes a household name or overall settings becomes a household name, you don't have to be one of those people like, oh yeah, that's my people's, I'm the one. No, because you can say, yes, I'm one of those people who was instrumental in this artist or this platform's development.
Yes, most definitely.
Don't be a late bloomer. You know what I mean? So Luminous settings, respect. Yeah, we brother know. When the new songs drop, as the new videos drop, we might even be calling you one day. You know what I mean? Like as to be like a you know what it is to be an extra. So like how you look like short Daddy Lee settings.
Hey, listen.
One day he might not be here, and I might just call you to come in and just
listen. Listen. You're already in the movie industry. Continue. Maybe you can call me one day and say, yo, come be an extra in my movie. I got a movie going on.
Yeah.
Definitely. That'll be fresh.
But don't keep the link.
Big up Julie Bay, big up Julie Bilio, big up Rosemary Werner, you know what I mean? Big up Muma Vatali, you know what I mean? You know, for being the manager of such a brilliant artist, you know what I mean? Big up everybody who's been instrumental in this artist's existence, and we're glad to be a part of the team and do what we can do to
it's a family thing now.
Forefront.
It's a family thing.
Yeah, we are family.
I saw what do it over here, Sir Luminous. Family thing.
Big up yourself and salute.
Thank
you. Will catch you on the other side, bro. You know what I mean?
Love, yeah.
Like I said, people, subscribe, like, share, the whole words. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know.
And we are really appreciative of the fact that you extended to reach out to us.
Yes.
To reach out to us. That is very special to us.
Yeah.
Very, very special to us. We don't take that we don't take that lightly. We appreciate of that so much.
And I hope that everything that Mermaid Settings told you from the outset what to expect from the platform. I hope that everything was to your expectation.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes, y'all been great, and like even with the other interviews that I saw, like I just loved your guys' energy.
Right.
And, I just wanted to be a part of something that was so fun, and it was.
Yeah.
You know, this was
he taught me everything I know.
and you know it's got to be vice versa. He's teaching me everything I know. So, but we are brothers for 30 years now, so it's all about love.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I respected him so
So
much.
you are brothers now, so we gonna keep in touch. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. I'll come find you. I'll come
I'm
find
here.
you.
I respected him so much, man. I went out and got his complexion. Salute.
All right, blessings. Y'all have a great night.
We will keep the link.
Settings. Big
We
up
will
yourself,
keep the
brother.
link.
All right.
Definitely.
Respect.
All
and,
right.
and once again, big up to Andrew statement, ear statement. You know what I'm saying, for making it possible for we there. So once again, salute to everybody who's on the live. Please like, subscribe, share the works.
Definitely.
Prescribe to the channel, baby.